GameTout! Welcome to GameTout, the show where I tell about video game topics that you want to know. Today's topic. What do you think Nintendo has plans for us at the Video Game Awards later today? And you know, maybe I got this wrong. Maybe Nintendo's not going to unveil anything. Maybe they're just going to show up and be like, hey guys, Super Smash Bros. Is coming out tomorrow. Cool, right? Alright, peace out. I'm Reggie. Alright, no. Anyways, so what do I think is coming, or what do you think they're gonna unveil? What are they gonna show the whole world? Let's go through just like a couple ideas that, and I'm gonna show it, like maybe say like how likely maybe it would be. Let's go with like the more likely stuff that we may see. So Skyward Sword is in the news just because everybody and their mother's seen it. You know, we've been talking about this for like a long time. You know, with Twilight Princess coming out for and the Wind Waker HDs all coming out for the Wii U. It's like, what about Skyward Sword? I do think Skyward Sword HD is coming out. I don't know if like it would be the most opportune time would be now. I don't know if they would unveil it here, but I think it would be smart to. Though I actually think wouldn't it be smart if they used that same remastered and just did like, you know, I moved it over with the controls for Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, and Skyward Sword. So that way they can announce 3 games right there and say, hey, wouldn't it be cool if it was bundled? Let's just imagine it was bundled. So we have like a bundle coming out. Yeah, Twilight Princess. Man, wouldn't that be cool? Like an HD trilogy bundle. It's not really a trilogy, but anyways, I can dream. So wouldn't it be cool if they showed all that and then, you know, then leave it off with Skyward Sword HD? That would be pretty cool, especially because a lot of people, everybody's in an opinion where they're like, Skyward Sword's cool, but they need to change the controls to be more traditional. So I'm a little iffy on that because game designing wise, and like I'm gonna call myself a game designer because I designed a game. So I'm just gonna say it. As a game designer, having my work of like Skyward Sword was built for the motion control. Like it had it in mind and it was built towards that. Now don't get me wrong, the motion control on that game was like, it went from good to just plain awful bad. The sword was good and it's called Skyward Sword. Like the whole point of like how they built everything, it was based on the motion of the sword. So, in my opinion, if this game was to be released, they need to keep it intact because that's how the game was designed. All the enemies, like, you know, they like block in certain locations, like, and almost all of the boss battles, including, you know, like the first one, the last one especially, like it's about sword battle. How would that be implemented into like regular controls? Like I don't feel like it would be as fluid, like it wouldn't be good. Like yes, they can do it, but it's just not going to be as you know, it's not going to be as good as it was. Like, you know, like when you're cutting the bamboo, like do you just like literally just do your joystick like that? Like I don't know. To me it doesn't, I don't like the idea. However, you know, doing like, you know, fixing, tuning stuff up with all the other things, like the bird flying, for example. There's no reason for me to do this in order to fly a bird. No. And when you do the little beetle that's like flying around and you have to like, you know, do that, there is no reason why I should be doing motion control like this. Like there was some really awful bad choices in that game. And so I think that they should fix those type of things. You know, if they wanted to, they can, I don't know. I just don't see how they would be able to do it without reprogramming a lot of stuff and like, you know, all those enemies and stuff like that. So it's just, that's the one thing about like when I hear Skyward Sword, like a deluxe version, it's like it would be kind of difficult to do. Yeah, they could do the right C stick, but like I hope that they still have the option to do the motion control as well if they do it, because people are gonna say the same thing. They're gonna be like, oh, the controls are bad because it's not gonna be as fluid, especially if they're keeping the enemies the same. And if they change it, then it's like they have to recode like tons of stuff. But the game is fantastic. The storyline is fantastic. The levels, I really love the levels. So I do hope that we see it. I do think that we're going to get something out of Skyward Sword on the Switch, and I think that it's a good opportune time to announce it, especially if they would say, hey, there's also these deluxe versions of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming out. You know, can you imagine like Wind Waker coming out in February, and then in May Twilight Princess, and then in August Skyward Sword? Like, can you imagine? That would be awesome. I would also want to see Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask in HD. I'm just saying, Nintendo. I'm just saying. Anyways, I got really off topic right there, but it's just I'm really excited for that rumor, and I know Eurogamer said that's not happening, but Nintendo said that before, so I'm not counting that one out. Other thing that may be likely, because time-wise, this is actually a time period that we're going to see at least something, is Metroid Prime 4. This would be a really good place to show it, because yes, directs are great, but if you notice the way that Metroid Prime displays itself, it's for the hardcore gamer. Metroid Prime has never been a game where it's for all the casuals. Like if you look at the sales, it's not as good as like Mario. It's not as good. You know, Metroid doesn't do well in Japan. You know, like there's a lot of factors. But core gamers, as far as like the ones that play PlayStation, Xbox, like the, you know, first person people, like they love Metroid Prime. And I love Metroid Prime. And showing that at a place where the core gamers are like watching, all thriving, like they're there, that would get them to get a Switch. So like the Video Game Awards is a perfect place to show a teaser trailer of Metroid Prime 4. And I'm not even saying like it needs to be, you know, a full-fledged trailer, like a 4-minute trailer or anything like that. It can literally be like a 20-second clip of just like Samus showing up like at a planet, and that's it. Like they don't need to go all in with that. They just have to tease it. Look at how people freaked out about a logo being revealed. Everybody was flipping their lid because there was a logo of Metroid Prime 4. So showing a trailer here is going to be a big reaction, and I think that they should do it. And I actually see this being a more positive move to do this rather than Skyward Sword. Like if they're coming out with both of this, you know, if they're coming out with both, Metroid Prime 4 was definitely the way to go, because this is definitely the audience that you want to do it to. So I'm hoping, you know, because I want to see Metroid Prime 4, and you know, it's been a couple of years in development. It's going to be 2 since it's been announced coming this year. So like it may be coming out this year, or you know, like I don't know if it's going to be a 2 or 3 year cycle, but you know, we at least should be seeing something sometime next year. So I'm excited for that. And I want to shout out to Star Tropics. Yes, Star Tropics. We are going to see Star Tropics later today. Yeah, we're not. Okay, I'll move on. Nintendo, please make Star Tropics. That's where I'm getting at there. So, other games. You know, there's so many games that Nintendo needs to come out with. You know, like F-Zero is a good one. I don't think they would show it here. That's just my honest opinion. If they were making it, I don't think they would show it here. Animal Crossing was something that they unveiled a couple months ago, and they haven't shown it, but I don't think that this is a place where that they would. Bayonetta 3, they did show, like, tease it last year, so this actually would be a place that they could do it. I still think that they'll do something new, like they'll show something more like that we haven't really heard of, so I still think that they're probably going to show more of Bayonetta 3, probably like in March or maybe E3 time on one of the directs. So that's where I think Bayonetta's at least going to be put. I don't think they're going to do anything with Fire Emblem. I know Fire Emblem is really popular right now. I think they're going to kind of save a lot of that for like the Expo and stuff coming up later next year. Because I do think that there's going to be a big Fire Emblem game coming out next year, and hey, that's good news for everybody, right? So that leaves with, like a lot of rumors are saying, like, are they going to show the new Zelda game? Or are they going to tease it? I personally don't think that they're going to show a new Zelda. They could. If they do, whoa, that's awesome. I know that there's another Zelda team out there that usually makes the lower Zelda type games, and they could show like a new top-down Zelda. I'd be all for that. I still think that it's gonna be more in the realm of like the HD versions. Oh, you know what? Let's just go like this really quick. What if they announce all these HD versions? They're like, yeah, we're gonna have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess. Man, can you imagine? Wind Waker and Skyward Sword, all 5 of them coming out this coming year. And then afterwards, we're gonna have a top-down traditional Zelda, like maybe like in Wind Waker type form, and they just get that engine and make like another like game with that. So that other Zelda team is making that type of Zelda, while the main Zelda team is making like the the sequel to Breath of the Wild. And they announced that, man, people would be like, what the 6 Zelda games? What? Okay, I know, I dream too big, right? But yeah, stuff like that. Like this is why I like when we know that there's an announcement coming out, and like we get to speculate and try to like guess what is coming out. This is a perfect opportune time to like just get hyped. It's so awesome. The other one, of course, I mentioned Zelda. The other one is Mario. Do you think we will see Mario? Poping, poping. We could see a 2D version. We could see another 2D, 3D hybrid. I don't think we're gonna see a 3D one anytime soon, but Mario. Can we see another Mario Kart? Because obviously this Mario Kart 8 was definitely something to hold us over. I do think that there's gonna be a Mario Kart 9 on the Switch. I don't think it's gonna come out until at least 2020. My guess is 2020 is when a Mario Kart's going to be coming out. So I don't think that they would announce it here. So I can move along with that. But do we see another franchise? Do we see like Paper Mario? Do we have, I don't know, like Pikmin 4? I don't know. So the ones that I mentioned, those are kind of like the most obvious ones and like the most like ones that people like freak out about, but there's plenty of things that Nintendo could announce, and I hope they announce something good and it's not just something like hey, yeah, we have that Nintendo Switch Online thing, guys, and next week we will have what's that game that I was just gonna pick an NES game out of nowhere. We're gonna have Ninja Gaiden. Oh wait, no, that's coming out this week. I can't even think of an NES game. Ice Climbers. No, that already came out, didn't it? Oh my god. Cobra Triangle. There we go. I came up with one. Anyways, what do you guys think of what what do you think is going to be announced? I'm hoping that this video gets rendered and finished because I'm filming this the day of. But hopefully this video gets released before the actual gaming awards, so that you guys can kind of guess along with me. And I don't know, like let's see like how good this these predictions are, Either way, I'm super excited, and if something big happens, you'll probably see another GameTout. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Let's be crazy. And also, just so you guys know, I'm gonna try to do a live stream of Super Smash Bros. Tomorrow. Stay tuned. Ring that little bell. You know, subscribe, thumb me, do all that stuff. And I'll see you guys next time for another GameTout. Later, guys.